Hi, and most welcome to another episode on this channel. And today I thought we should talk about electronics. I will go through what you really need to bring on your hike, and I will also present to you a small essential bag when it comes to electronics. When out on a hike, and to keep your phone charged and other electronics is a challenge. The more time you spend in the outdoors, the more problematic it gets. And one question is also, what electronics do you really need to bring on your hike? So today I have put together a small essential bag when it comes to electronics that I think is the minimum that you should bring on every hike. First up, I would say, is a cell phone, and not only useful for making all those phone calls to your loved ones, but very useful for all the apps that you can download and that are very good to have during a hike, like maps, GPS positioning, route planning, weather, and much more. And the camera, of course. I use the Topo GPS for planning my routes and to see where I am on the map. The good thing is that you have the maps downloaded and available offline, even if you have no reception. And you can always, thanks to the GPS, see where you are on the map. If you want to use your phone to take nice pictures and do small vids on yourself or your group, I also do recommend bringing a small tripod. I've been using the Joby One Gorilla Pod for some time, and that works great. Another good thing to bring is, of course, a light source, and you only need to bring one. And to be more specific, a headlamp. A headlamp is perfect because you will always have your both hands free, and it's a perfect way of finding yourself around in your camp or those late night peeing when it's totally dark outside, and of course as a lantern inside your tent. If you want a headlamp to hike long distances during the night, I would suggest that you find one with a high lumen output and a big battery. But for most of us who mainly uses the headlamp in and around camp and maybe for an early start, I would say you can get away with the smaller ones like the Petzl Bindi. One last thing regarding headlamps. Do remember to get one that is rechargeable, so that you don't need to bring any extra batteries. Beside the electronics I have already mentioned, I also bring this small little temperature probe. And maybe you saw I did a small review on this one in the previous video. It is a small device that continuously measures the temperature and humidity, and I can read all the data in an app on my phone. Some might say that this is not a necessity, and I can agree somewhat to that. But for me, I found it very useful to monitor the temperature and humidity continuously on my hikes, so this little 12-gram probe is always with me on my hikes. Now let's move forward to another pretty important thing, and that you see about 1 million questions about every week on all Facebook groups, on YouTube. We are talking about a power bank, because what is all fancy electronics useful for if you don't have any power, right? Power banks are a jungle. You can choose everything from the cheapest option that you can find to the more expensive ultralight options. Then you have the size, the output, the input, the quick charging, the USB-A, USB-C and whatnot. And to be honest, I think that is a full episode on itself. So today we will keep it simple. You need a power bank with a size that fits your need for your hike, with additional cords to be able to charge your equipment. I use the Anker 10,000 milliamp power bank, a quite light option at 181 grams. even if there are lighter ones nowadays, like the Nightcore NB1000 at 150 grams. That will keep me charged for about 4 to 5 days out on the trail, if I do remember to charge all my electronics before I go. Most of the power from my power bank goes to my cell phone, and I can charge it like 2 to 3 times. And that is enough if I remember to put my cell phone on battery save. Sometimes I do forget actually. Also, if you're out on a longer trip and have the possibility to stop and charge your phone and equipment, do remember to bring a wall charger. Okay, now the essential electronic list is complete, and I honestly think that that is all that you need to bring on your hike. Plus, of course, a bag to put everything in. But of course, you can also bring a lot more electronics, like a better camera, video equipment, headphones, mosquito killers, and much more. But it all depends, of course, what you want to experience and do on your hikes. If you have anything to add to my essential list of electronics, please just leave a comment down below, because it is so interesting to see what other people bring on their hikes. And that's it for today, and thanks so much for watching. I would appreciate very much if you took the time to subscribe to support this channel. I would also recommend that you hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And of course, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up. And I will see you next week. Bye bye.